Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Alexis Davis is not thrilled that Drew Kane plans to move to Washington, D.C. with her granddaughter, Scout Kane. Alexis is less than pleased over Drew's decision to take Scout to D.C. and leave behind the rest of her family. This is not what her daughter, the late Sam McCall, would want. Alexis has already asked Jason Morgan to talk Monica Quartermain into talking Drew into keeping Scout in Port Charles, and Monica has agreed for Scout's sake. However, Drew won't see reason and do what he wants. This could force Alexis to take drastic measures. Citing Drew's unscrupulous behavior and the fact that moving to D.C. is not in the best interest of Scout, Alexis would ask Diane Miller about a custody case. Diane would discuss the pros and cons with her, and she would admit that Alexis has a strong case. Diane would be able to gather intel on Drew and prove that he is not a good role model, and thus Scout would be better off not being raised by him. Alexis would tell Diane to move forward with the custody case. Drew would be shocked and appalled when served with papers of Alexis's intentions to sue for full custody of Scout. Drew would tell her that she is in for the fight of her life, and that he will stop at nothing to ensure that he keeps his child. Alexis would tell him to bring it on, as she has a strong case against him, and she would be able to prove negligence. Drew would hire Martin Gray to defend him and tell him to dig into Alexis's shady past. Drew would stop at nothing to put a stop to this custody battle. He would use any piece of leverage that he has against Alexis in order to keep her from pursuing this custody case. He may stumble across a lot of information about Alexis that he could use against her to prove that she would be an unfit parent for Scout. Martin would tell him that Alexis has a lot of unsavory crimes and misdemeanors that he plans to use against her. Drew would tell her to back up because she doesn't have a chance of taking Scout away from him. Drew could find out the truth about Christina Corinthos Davis's role in the car crash that injured Rick Lansing and Elizabeth Baldwin Rebecca Herbst. Perhaps there is new evidence that emerges that Drew obtains and uses to get Alexis to drop the custody suit. Alexis would be devastated that Drew has forced her to drop the case, but she would have to in order to keep herself and Christina out of prison. The last thing that she would want is for this secret to come to light. What do you think? Do you think that Alexis will decide to sue Drew for full custody of Scout? Will Drew dig up Alexis's dirty secrets to keep this from happening? Will Drew blackmail Alexis into dropping the case? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.